We're back to looking at more younger versions of cartoon characters that came out in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, with spotlighting shows like, say, Flinstones Kids, Yogi, and Baby Looney Tunes. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right in. I don't have any drinks to talk about or, show out this time. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. So the first show that we're looking at is Flinstones Kids. The show ran for 2 seasons, starting from September 13th, 1986, and would continue to November 14th, 1987. The show was about Fred Flintstone, Barney Rubble, Wilma, Sly Hoop, Betty McBricker, and Dino as tweens. They showed their pre-adolescence with their friends, Nate Slate, Phil Quartz, and Dream Chip Gemstone. Growing up, I think I saw a few episodes as a kid. I believe it was still in reruns at the time. Like in the 90s, you had, say, some shows this was before, Powerpuff Girls, before Ed and Eddie, all those cartoons that are, big 90s cartoons. And that, yeah, I probably would have watched it, sometimes, but I don't think I, I can remember, a ton of episodes. I was a bit surprised when I was doing some of this research that there was a PSA episode about saying no to drugs with Michael Jackson, in which he changed lyrics from his song, Beat It.
Take a look here. They wanna do drugs and their words are really clear, so beat it down. You don't need it, say no. You don't need friends doing things that are wrong. There are lots of kids like you who are cool and strong. It might be kind of tough, but you can move along, so beat it down. And you say it ain't bad, don't need it. Say no, don't need it. Say no, just say no to drugs to beat it.
Like most cartoons, there are episodes in which, in this case, Fred and Barney think they're criminals for misunderstanding. This episode, that kind of reminded me of the episode in which SpongeBob and Patrick think they had stole a balloon on Free Balloon Day.
They've been stealing used cars off lots just like yours and stripping them and reselling them. I'd like to get my hands on them.
What's he saying now, Freddy?
You don't want to know. I gotta tell you, Barney, we're outlaws now, fugitives from justice.
And as well, in most shows that have kid characters, the group do have their own bullies they have to interact with at times, along with having the usual thing of growing up, which is having a crush. Well, next, we look at Yogi, about Yogi Bear. I don't really remember this one, though. But this one's had Yogi Bear, Boo Boo Bear, Huckleberry Hound, Snagglepuss, and Yogi's girlfriend, Cindy Bear.
Yo, 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 Yogi, yo, 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 Yogi. Yogi's here with all of the old crew. Cindy Hook, sticking his nose in everyone's business. Looking for trouble, that's what his job is.
The gang are crime solvers and sometimes would solve, mysteries with their own company known as ALAF, short for Lost and Found, of course. Dick Dastardly and Muttley would appear in the show as the foils, along with other characters like Secret Squirrel, Hardy Har Har, and Squiddly Diddly, who were also young teens. And if you're probably running, say characters like Secret Squirrel, Squiddly Diddly, these were characters that were, very prominent when they had their own shorts, when it came to the time period when Yogi Bear would first come out. Around the time of when the Hanna-Barbera characters were very popular. when it came to like trying to find clips for this one, I actually had a little bit of trouble in that. Although I was able to find some of them were like say, the show barely ran for more than one season from September 14th to December 7th, 1991, with only 13 episodes. So it seems like although like say only lasting September, October, November, 4 months. Yeah, that didn't last long, now did it? 4 months. Maybe the audience just didn't really gravitate towards it, like say other shows. I mean, because when you think about it, the Flintstone Kids, that ran for a long time. Because then again, only lasts for like a year or two, but but it lasts a little bit longer. Now, let's look at our final show that we'll be spotlighting. In this case, let's look at the show that I have a sense of nostalgia towards. In this case, Baby Looney Tunes.
What? What the fuck?
Yes, I know what you're probably thinking. You'll be surprised. Yes, it's a show about that's geared to young children. That was probably like say, like a preschool age, like demographic and all that.
Hey there, everybody, it's a loonyful day to have a little fun the Baby Looney Tunes way. There's lots to do at Granny's house, games to play and balls to pound. Let's jump and slide and holler, hooray! Sylvester, Bugs, and Daffy, Taz and Lola too. Tweety's such a sweetie, now all we need is you.
But you kind of also have to remember, this was a show that would appear very early in the morning on Cartoon Network. Like say, say when you if you didn't get the chance, say watch some say Dexter's Laboratory. This came out in 2000, around 2000.
Right. Hey, that's not what you were wearing. And you can't read. And you don't have a British accent. So sue me. It's my back in time story, and I want it to be glamorous.
It ran for a few seasons, so yeah, it has that a bit of going on, and it had even it's even going back to getting a revival on HBO Max. And I will say this, although I know most kids, or perhaps even parents of today, would probably really wouldn't find the show very annoying. Although some kids, say 7-year-olds or higher age, they might find it annoying in that, say some of the lessons in some episodes, whether it is say, oh no, I don't want to take a bath, like when Taz gets dirty and...
Now look here, furball. You don't have to take a bath. I don't? No, you can take a shower. Anything with soap and water involved. Please, I'm begging ya. No bath! Slide!
Not doesn't like soap. And I had to say, I do love... I looking back, I kind of like the show. There are some moments or episodes that I truly remember from the show, like the kids getting ice cream, and every so often, say the kids are having to do chores around the house. So, say the ice cream truck only charges a quarter. So during the episode, after every time they have say the ice cream truck comes, Petunia is always saving her quarters so that but eventually it's revealed that she's able to have enough for a whole $1 to get a giant sundae that she shares with others. So that, it showed taught kids say, hey, value of saving, and at the same time also the opportunity of sharing. I also think one episode that is kind of also pretty nowadays I feel about it though is an episode in which Lola Bunny wants to play basketball with the boys, and everyone else has said no. And even I think it was Petunia and I forget what was the girl duck's, what's her name? I can't remember. But Daffy's wanting to not Daffy, but Sylvester's wanting to play with them because he's not really big into basketball. Yeah, I feel like there's like, if I could like had to like talk about this for quite a while, I feel like you could like, you know, keep it going. But I actually liked Baby Looney Tunes growing up. It was a show I kind of liked. I don't know. See you next time.